Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome to yet another video of mine. In this video, as promised, I'm going to show you the TV and I'm going to show you some functions, what you can do with it basically. Now, I had to unplug the aerial. The reason for that is due to copyright and all these sorts of protections on YouTube. I have to be very careful with what I produce. So there'll be no sound and it'll be very little video. Basically, I'll be going through the menus and things like that, what you can do with the TV. So although the aerial is off, you can still control it as normal. So I'm just going to go through the basic functions. The remote once again looks like so. You can pause it there just to see what's on it. So first of all, you can control your ratio. Along with that, you have 16:9 ratio, you have full wide, original 4:3, 14:9, you have zoom, and you have cinema zoom. Now you guys have to really try it on your content, but from what I've tried, it's really nice and it really works. So thumbs up on this function. I suspect this would be on any proper HD TV these days, never mind the smart TV. Now here we have different settings in terms of the picture. Now, if you want to disable all sorts of optimizations, and if you don't like this very clear picture, you can just select game mode, and that basically disables most of the post-processing to reduce the lag. You have a sleep timer. Sound mode is standard at the moment. Now I can change that because there's no sound coming into the telly at the moment. We have energy saving, so auto, off, minimum, medium, maximum, and screen completely off. Now you can see clearly on the picture once you're producing it. So if you're watching TV, it affects the brightness of the TV quite a bit. So you can choose what you want. It has intelligent sensor on the screen, on the bottom right corner. So that's how it senses what light in the room is, and you can just select to auto. Now here we have once again AV mode, cinema or game. I'm not sure what's that about. And we're back to the aspect ratio. Next we have inputs. Now nice feature here, when you select input, you actually see what you currently have displaying. So you don't actually need to lose the picture basically while you're browsing something. You have AV1, AV2, component, RGB, HDMI up to HDMI 4, and control device. Not sure about that. I think that's to do with your smartphone or tablet. And you can change your, as you see, if I press the red button, I can change device name. I can do Simplink setting and things like that. So for the moment, we're gonna leave antenna. That's fine. Next, you have obviously channel buttons. So if I press 1, it just shows me like that. So list of channels. 1, 2 just goes to 12. I can click OK in the middle there of the remote. Once again, no picture because I've disconnected the actual cable. You have volume up and down button. The animation looks like so. When you change channels, you just basically see like that. What else do we have here? Quick view. That just basically goes between your last 2 channels. So pretty handy for the quick view. You have favorites. You can add them from the programs that you have. And you have obviously mute button that just basically disables all the audio. So that's for the TV function more or less. You obviously have these additional buttons here, which I haven't used yet, especially the recording one. I think you have to have a hard drive of more than 40 gigabytes and connected to TV, and only digital television you can record. You can't record the standard definition TV or coming from the aerial. Settings, you have once again energy saving mode, you have the picture mode, and you have a little bit more of controls over brightness, sharpness, contrast, color, and color temperatures. You have advanced control if you want to go more into it. And you have picture option, once again a bit more into it, and picture reset. Next we have sound. These are the settings. So decent enough selection. We have setup, auto tuning, manual tuning, and program edit. We have time, so off time, on time, sleep time. You can adjust the clock as well. And sorry, I keep quitting that. You can lock it, and you can block certain programs. So if you don't want your kids to watch them, you can just do just that. I'm sure it's available through your box, whoever is your digital TV provider. Language, we have these languages there, so you can have a look if you have your own language listed. Quite a few languages. Some, if not most of the languages you wouldn't even find on some TVs on the market, so pretty nice to see so many there. And other settings there, factory reset, dual play, you need special glasses for that. And that's it. Network connection, obviously it has a Wi-Fi included, so you don't need a Wi-Fi dongle or anything like that. However, I'm connected via cable to my router, and you have software update, picture test, sound test, 3D picture test, and things like that. So these are your settings, guys. Next, you have my apps button. You can customize most of them. Now, the ones that come with the TV when it ships on this menu, you can't remove, but what I've done with some of them is I simply put them to the very end. And the most used, like Netflix, input list, and smart chain settings, and home, I simply left on the main screen. Another feature, I suppose, the main one is your home button. Once again, when you select your home button, you have still the image there displayed in the top left corner of what you're currently viewing, so you don't have to completely lose picture when you're browsing here. You have your premium apps, so you just click on that, and these are your apps. And as you see in the bottom right corner, you can simply click the green button, and that adds to your apps. I can show you, for instance, with this. See, the selected already are already added, so I just click that, done. And if I click my apps, I might need to actually, sorry guys, I might need to exit that menu first to see my apps. Let's go to my apps and see if that appears on the menu, and sure enough, CineTrail is at the end there. Now that you can rearrange that by simply going once up, my apps, by clicking OK, and then as you see, you can rearrange here whatever you want. Let's say CineTrailer. Oh, sorry, I switched it on. You can click on Edit, and whichever app, you just click OK, and you can choose Move or Delete. So I can move it. I can move it, let's say, just past the home, and click OK to leave it there. Now, some of them, like for instance DVR, I don't really need. So if I want to delete it, once again, I click OK. I'm in the move or delete mode. If I click delete, the app is not removable. So some of the apps, guys, you won't be able to remove, but you can shift them to the end, and that way they won't annoy you anymore. And you have, okay, we'll go through the apps quickly enough. Now, this is Irish UK market TV, so the apps in your region could be different. You have Google Maps, you have Picasa, you have Facebook, you have weather applications, basic things that you need to get along your daily life, basically. It's not overcrowded by applications, but there's quite a few there, and that's nice to have on the TV nonetheless. Now it says, please put on 3D glasses. Well, that's displaying actually. Let's talk a little bit about the 3D. So TV is using 3D glasses. These are the 3D glasses. As you see, the view is a bit distorted, but once I put on my left, it shows the left image, put on my right, it shows the right image. Now this works on the polarized principle. So basically one side of the glasses polarizes one image and shows another, and the same for another glasses side. As you see, it darkens the image a little bit, but not to the extent where you really need to increase the brightness or anything like that. Now the nice thing about these type of glasses is they don't require batteries. They're very light. These are the cheapest glasses I could get. You buy them like that, at least in Ireland. It says Real D 3D, that's from Cinema, and I paid only €1 for these. You can buy some fancy LG glasses if you want to spend €20 or so, and I'll show you how they look like. So these are your 3D glasses from LG. As you see, a little bit, maybe just slightly brighter. So this is with your 3D. Let's try to switch off the 3D content. Okay. So obviously you have, forgot to mention, you have a 3D button there for the ease of access, and you have some entertainment, you have sports, documentaries. Nothing really fancy there, guys. You'll probably be bored to death after a couple hours of watching this, but it's very nice to see what the 3D looks like, and without any Blu-ray players or any other content, you can actually watch it right outside the TV. You obviously need an internet connection, so you can at least try that function. Now we have LG Smart World as well, where we'll see what you have. You have all sorts of games, you have entertainment, life education, and so on. So once again, not the most popular stuff right here, but it will keep you going while you get the content that you want on the TV. And same for the game world. That actually just brings back to the last application, just a different menu. So nothing fancy. And give me a sec, actually, I'll show you how the Smart Share works. Right, so if you open Smart Share, now this is at the moment the video that I have shared. I can go into that and dig a bit more. And here we have selection by content type, recently watched, recently added. And here we have linked device. Now I can access them like so, or another way to access that is by just selecting your input, which is pretty handy. So if you're just watching TV, just select your input, and we have here Ed's Drafts PC, and I have Nero Media Home 4 or Nero Media Home 4, which is running at the moment, and it's sharing a few videos, I think. Let's see. In the video on production, once again I have to be very careful, guys, what I'm showing you due to YouTube licensing. And I have a 3D video actually for you that I filmed. So I filmed with 2 cameras and joined together in a Premiere Pro, and I can select 3D and I can select which mode do I choose. So side by side video, and it looks like so. So you can't make anything out unless you're using 3D glasses. And with 3D glasses, as you see, you have left eye and you have right eye, and that makes up basically the 3D image. So you can experiment a little bit as well if you have some sort of equipment that's capable of producing in 3D, or you simply have 2 same type of camcorders or digital cameras. Here I have my last video that I produced that some of you guys didn't like, unfortunately. And yeah, it's running there now. Now on the camera, the colors don't look as good as in reality. It actually looks quite nice. Hopefully my cameras will be able to reproduce them as closely as possible to reality. And so yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go back into my home menu and see if I missed something. Obviously you have to register first in order to access all these applications, games and stuff like that, and install them. But some of them are available right out of the box. I'm gonna actually show you one thing, which is the internet browser and Google Maps. So here we have internet browser, and you might say to yourself, well, hold on, I don't have this magic remote that LG is offering that you have to pay another 30 to 50 euro for. But I have a cheaper Microsoft keyboard that I bought for I think 10 or 15 euros, something like that. and the mouse that came with it, and they're both wireless. I just plugged in the device into USB hub on the back of the TV, and here we have the mouse. So it's all working fine. And let's say I want to open up YouTube. Skip one letter. And we have YouTube opening. We have some trailers, we have some CompTIA videos that I was watching to learn a little bit about the stuff that I need. You have some creative channels, you have some music channels, you have some popular stuff there. Basically something that will keep you going for most of the day, so you'll forget what you were about to do that day. And as you see, all the buttons work. Which is very nice. Basically everything works, even the volume button on the keyboard, up and down, that works fine as well. Let's see if mute works. Yeah. So there you go, guys, you have keyboard and mouse. Next I'm going to show you Google Maps. Let's see if I can access anything there. Quick menu, no, not much. So I take my remote and go home, and we'll go to Google Maps by going to Premium. As you see, fast enough, not as fast as any PC basically, but that's all included, and that's more or less for free. As you see, my Google Maps work fine. Now I'm in Ireland, so I'm just zooming on Dublin, one of the biggest parks in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. City parks anyway. And as you see, most of the things work fine. You have a search function, you have route function, you have some options there, which I'm not sure. Okay, forest traffic topography, and you have satellite view. So basically pretty much like on your PC. Now without mouse, it's a bit cumbersome to use. But if you do have a mouse and keyboard lying around that you can just plug in, go ahead, and you have all this map functionality and everything. It's pretty neat. Right, guys, so that's about it. Just before I forget, in terms of audio, I would highly recommend you to connect some sort of external speakers, which I've done there as well. You can connect via various ports. I'm using 3.5mm analog connector, and it works fine, and the speakers are just from the computer. They are just some creative cheaper speakers for below 50 euro. But yeah, obviously if you want just to watch TV and basic things like that, the standard speakers are quite good, but they don't produce as much of the low frequencies, or if any. So if you're watching movies or listening to music, definitely invest in some separate audio system. That comes with pretty much any TV there out on the market. And that's about it. If I missed something, or if you didn't like something on the video, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what are your suggestions, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I will try to answer to all of them. And if you like the video, click the like button and subscribe, and as always, have a nice day.